Welcome to Life in the God Lane. I'm Tom West. It's the day after Christmas, December 26th, 2021, and this is my power verse for the day. It's a Matthew classic. It's actually a few verses from Matthew 13:44 through 46. And I call the name of this message Kingdom Value. And I hope it's a blessing to you. Hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Hit the little bell so you get reminded every time I put one out. Something comes out every day. And I hope you'll share this video with someone else. It could be very helpful to them. And give me thumbs up, make comments, help me get it out to as many people as I can so I can teach the Bible to people and see them come to Christ and have a biblical world view. What do you value above anything or anyone? What's the number one thing you value in your life? What do you place the most value on over everything else? Jesus defines that for us today. And this is a good thing to consider right after Christmas, right as we are sliding into a brand new year. What value do you place on the thing that you value the most? Look at Matthew 13:44 through 46. Jesus is speaking. The kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in a field. When a man found it, he hid it again, and then in his joy went and sold all he had and bought the field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant looking for fine pearls. When he found one of great value, he went away and sold everything he had and bought it. So what's the kingdom of heaven? I think that's the first thing we need to ask. What is the kingdom of heaven? It is the internal rule of your life and my life from the King of heaven. It is a rule or a kingdom inside you and inside me that is run from heaven. It is the rule of Jesus in us today. And it works only when we surrender to his rule in us. And then he gets to run the show in us from heaven by his presence in the Holy Spirit. That's the kingdom of heaven. So what is the value we're called to place on the kingdom of heaven? What's the value we're called to place on Christ's rule in us? Let me make something very clear. This is not what you do to get it, but this is the value that it has for you, okay? Jesus gives it to you when you surrender to it. But what value do you place on the kingdom of heaven? Jesus uses two illustrations. First, imagine you found a treasure in a field, something like $1 billion, okay? Imagine you found that. What do? Well, you hide it in the field, and then joyfully you sell all the assets you have. You drain your IRA, your savings account, sell your house, sell your car, and then you take every penny from all your assets and buy the field. The value of the kingdom of heaven, or the rule of Jesus over you and in you, it's worth every asset you can find to buy it. He gives it to you, but that's what it's worth. That's what it's worth to you. Imagine that you're a fine gem merchant and you find the finest pearl on planet Earth. What do? You sell everything you own, you drain all your assets, then you take the cash from every asset that you have and you go back and you buy the pearl with all of the funds that you have. What is the value of the kingdom of heaven? It's worth everything you have and all that you are. Surrender to the kingdom of Christ, the kingdom of heaven. You gain his rule over you. That's more important than anything that there could be. And you gain his rule over you from heaven. And by the way, it guarantees you're landing where he rules from, heaven. Remember, he gives it to you by faith, but this is the value that it has for you. So surrender to his rule. Give up everything. Let him rule your life. He will blow your socks off. as he rules you from the inside, from his heaven, in the power of the Holy Spirit. Bless your heart. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.